Welcome back to 3-Minute History. You've probably seen them in movies and TV shows. Fierce warriors with horned helmets, sailing longships, and raiding everything in sight. But who were the Vikings, really? One thing is for sure, their helmets did not have horns. Let's dive into the true story behind these legendary figures from the north. The Viking Age, spanning from the late 8th to the 11th century, was a time of massive expansion for the Scandinavian people. When you hear the word Viking, you likely think of raids, and for good reason. From England to Russia, and even down to the Mediterranean, their longships appeared on the horizon, striking fear into the hearts of many. These ships were masterpieces of engineering, shallow enough to navigate rivers far inland, yet sturdy enough to cross the open ocean. This technology allowed them to raid coastal monasteries and towns, but it also enabled them to become some of history's greatest explorers, reaching Iceland, Greenland, and even North America centuries before Columbus. But here's where the popular image gets it wrong. The Vikings weren't just raiders. The vast majority of them were farmers, living off the land in Scandinavia. They were also skilled traders and craftsmen. Their trade network stretched from the Middle East to Newfoundland, exchanging goods like fur, amber, and walrus ivory for silver, silks, and spices. They established bustling trade towns like Hidibi and Birka, which were multicultural hubs of their time. And let's talk about hygiene. Far from the grimy brutes often portrayed, archaeological finds tell a different story. Tweezers, razors, combs, and ear spoons are common discoveries in Viking graves. In fact, English chronicles from the time complained that Viking men were too clean, bathing weekly on Saturdays, combing their hair, and wearing fine clothes to woo English women. They were quite particular about their grooming. So, what happened to the Vikings? The Viking Age gradually came to an end, as Scandinavian kingdoms adopted Christianity and centralized their power, becoming more integrated into mainstream Europe. The era of raiding slowly faded away, and that famous horned helmet, that's a complete myth, invented for a 19th century opera. It was never a part of Viking battle gear. The legacy of the Vikings, however, is undeniable. They left their mark on language, culture, and even the genetic makeup of Europe. They were explorers, traders, settlers, and yes, warriors. A complex people who were far more than just the one-dimensional raiders of legend. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more history deep dives. See you in the next video.